The Dragon Boat races have captivated thousands of spectators at Baltimore's Inner Harbor for over a decade now. It's a fundraising event for Catholic Charities, and Executive Director Bill McCarthy will join us today to talk about this year's event. Also, former Baltimore Orioles star B.J. Surhoff and his wife Polly are here to tell us how Pathfinders for Autism is helping children and their families, as well as their annual fashion benefit. And later, Annette March Greer, founder and CEO of the Roberta's House Family Grief and Loss Center, is here to tell us how her organization is helping children and families cope with the death of a loved one. I'm Stan Stovall, and that's the subject of today's 11 TV Hill. With its traditional Hong Kong-style boats, the beating drums and chanting paddlers, the Catholic Charities Dragon Boat races have thrilled thousands of spectators at Baltimore's Inner Harbor for over a decade now. It's a very colorful, fun event filled with spirit and corporate team building, and it benefits a great cause, Catholic Charities, Maryland's leading private provider of human services. Joining us today is William McCarthy, the Executive Director of Catholic Charities, and David Borkowski, Vice President of Harkins Builders, but also a team captain of the Harkins Boat in this year's Dragon Boat races. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us today for 11 TV Hill. If I could, Bill, let's talk about Catholic Charities first of all, and the work that you're doing throughout Maryland communities. What's it all about?
Well, Catholic Charities is the largest human services agency in the state of Maryland, with a rich history that actually goes back to the early 1800s. We serve through 80 programs, serve over 200,000 people a year. Wow. From people living in poverty and the poor, by providing basic needs, whether it's food, shelter, housing, and training for employment. We also serve vulnerable children and their families, people living with disabilities, developmental disabilities, as well as seniors. We have 2,000 employees, 15,000 volunteers, and we have an impact throughout the state of Maryland.
Yeah, helping a lot of people across a wide spectrum of different areas. And obviously, if you're going to be helping that many people, you have to rely on the kindness and generosity of companies and individuals to try to get that job done, don't you?
We certainly do. It's both the financial resources of our donors, as well as the 15,000 volunteers that really makes our work possible.
Yeah. During this downturn in the economy, I would imagine trying to accomplish that has been very difficult last couple of years.
Yeah, I would say a couple of things. It's at times like these where the needs are greater than ever, and it's also at times where resources are stretched thin. If you take our meals program, for example, 2 years ago we served 347,000 meals.
Incredible.
And this year we'll probably serve 90,000 more meals than we did last year.
And most of those are in Baltimore City and the surrounding counties?
Yes,
Central
primarily in Baltimore City and the surrounding counties.
Now, one of the major fundraising events for Catholic Charities is the Dragon Boat races, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Dragon Boats has just been a wonderful event that accomplishes several things for us at Catholic Charities. One, for the companies, the 27 companies that are participating, it's a team building event. They have 20 paddlers, a drummer, and a steerer. We have professional coaches that actually help the teams as they develop. The competition for these teams is tremendous. If you can visualize, in the banking division, for example, 80 bankers in the water paddling, competing, as well as in our building division.
Now, David here is not just dressed because he likes to be casual. Captain for the Harkins Builders boat this year, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and you've been participating in this for some time now?
Yes, for 6 of the 7 events.
And your team, Harkins Builders, actually won this event 2 different times?
2 different times, back-to-back years.
2000 and 2002. So the races are held every other year in Baltimore?
Every other year.
Okay. So why does Harkins Builders get involved in this? What does the company get out of this?
Well, I'll tell you, when we pull our teams together, sometimes it's difficult to fill up a full team, but when the event gets closer and closer, I've had to actually cut people, which means everybody loves to join in, and that's a difficult part of it. But to go out in that water and to have an event like this where everybody's doing the same thing, it's not like a football team or a baseball team. You have different positions. You're all on cadence, hitting the water at the same time, and you have your pacers at the front, your engine room in the middle, and your sprinters in the back. Everybody has a position. You balance the boat with weight weight and talent.
Yeah.
You have to have 8 women in the boat minimum.
Oh, okay. So for those who are not familiar with the Dragon races, it's a team of 25.
Yes, sir.
22 of them are paddlers. You have a drummer, you have somebody steering, and you got somebody doing the
alternates.
row kind of a thing.
That's
and
correct.
you do have to have a good number of women on the team as well.
That's
part of the
correct.
rules, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And it's not just a day at the races. This is something you guys have to practice at for a couple of months leading up to it, isn't it?
Yes, there are nine events or 9 practices this year. We also entered an event early in the season, so we're in the water. It's a commitment, 2 hours once a week.
Right.
You get the blisters and the pain.
Yeah.
And
so everybody's going through the pain together. A great team building exercise, if you will.
It certainly is.
Has it helped your company as far as bonding your employees?
Yes, we're a construction company, so we have a lot of satellite offices, and there's an opportunity for people to come together that don't normally work together in our work environment. And it is tremendous that way.
Yeah. Was that the primary motivation to get involved in this, to build more spirit, teamwork among your
It sure
employees?
was. Plus, we've had an association with Catholic Charities for over 30 years, and we've heard about this event. We were in, with both feet, and Villa Maria School was the event that we, or the group that we sponsor, and we work with them throughout the year. When the race is over, we still have our spring pizza parties. We have our summer picnic and carnival with them. We have the haunted house that we put on for them every year, the Thanksgiving lunch that we have with them, and sponsor some families for Christmas.
So you've got a very good corporate sponsor here throughout the year, not just for the races.
Absolutely. Harkins is terrific, but each of the 27 teams that are participating in the event have adopted or are partnered with one of our programs.
Okay. Is that by selection, or are they assigned? Do they have a choice as to what
They
agency?
certainly have a choice. We operate 80 programs, more than 80 programs in the state, but it's kind of we try to combine the interest of the organization with our particular program, and we find it's wonderful both in terms of the support that it provides for our program, the engagement that our programs and the people in our programs and our clients have with the boat, with the teams, and really does a great job in terms of awareness, education, support throughout the years.
All right, September 11th, give me the hours.
September 11th, I think we're starting around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
It'll last about 3 o'clock when we'll be crowning this year's champion.
Okay, nice trophy come along with that?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and for the spectators, there's food, there's music, there's things to do besides just watching the races, right?
Absolutely, a lot going on. There's something for families, there's something for children, there's something for everybody.
Okay, Bill, always good to see you.
Thank you.
David, best of luck to you guys.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
bring home the gold, so to speak.
We'll try again.
All right, we'll do.